Hello, it's your friend, Sergeant Safety, back again, ready to keep you safe so we all can win. So follow me. I'll lead the way so we all can have a better freaking day. And stay safe, buddy. What's up? Yeah, how y'all doing, man? I'm glad to be seeing you. I hope you're glad to be seeing me too. Today I'm going to be talking about PPEs. What's PPEs? Personal protective equipment. The last line of defense when you're out there on the job site. You have to have some last line of defense. There's other administrative and engineering controls, but the last line of defense is your personal protective equipment, also known as PPEs. So today I'm going to be talking about the PPEs needed while working on the highway. All right, mandatory while working on the highway. We can talk about head, shoulders, knees, and toes. No, it's just more top from bottom, right? So we're going to start it off with the hard hat. All right, so can we just use any hard hat? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I didn't know at one time. Sergeant Safety wasn't informed. But when Sergeant Safety freaking knew, Sergeant Safety went out and been safe and making sure that you all know, passing that knowledge so we can get out there and be safe, be proactive in safety. So when I'm talking about I did not know, I'm talking about hard hat one, hard hat two, my different hard hat, right? So this first hard hat that I was given back in the day, a few, like 3, 4, 5 years ago, right? However long it's been. I was given it by a friend. He was leaving, retiring. And no offense to him, but he didn't know either, right? We both didn't know to check different types of hard hats, right? So he gave me this white top. I'm like, cool, I can stand out. I'm the supervisor out here. I can make sure everybody sees who I am, right? I want to get that white top. Hey, but unfortunately, he gave me the cheaper version, right? Usually the cheaper version, less protection, right? But hey, it looked cool. Looks like a regular hard hat, right? But when I figured out the different types of hard hat, I found out I was going in the field unprotected. All right, so I want you to be protected, know what you're wearing, know your gear, know how to inspect it, and know what's required out there on the highway. So first of all, different types of hard hats. So Class C, there's there's a Class C, there's a Class E, and a Class G. All right, so a Class C is conductive, made for hitting your head up against fixed objects, like me just banging up my head against the wall. Comfort, right? It looks good. Has some minor protection, but not fully protection from that impact, which we need that protection from on the highway, right? Because you don't know what's flying at you. So there's a Class E. Guess what that's for? Electrical. So that's tested at 20,000 volts of electricity that it can come into contact with and some impact, right? But still, we want full protection for those impacts because we don't know what's coming in at us. We don't know what's going to hit us at any time. So there's that Class G. Everybody wants to be a G, right? So that's the Class G is made for heavy construction, good impact, and it's there to protect you from that impact. So, and then there could be a combo, a mixture, whatever it is. So it could be an EGC, could be a Class EG, could be a Class CG, Class CE. There's different mixtures of hard hats. So the main thing is being able to identify which hard hat that you're wearing. So when I first get issued my hard hat, I know, you know, working on the highway, you got to have a Class G. If you didn't know, now you know. All right. So I'm going to look, make sure I get issued the right equipment so I'm fully protected while working, right? So my employer gives me the hard hat, and I'm like, oh, let me make sure it is good to go. So I look on the rim. So usually there's an imprint right here on the rim. On this one, it's not. So it's on the sticker inside. So we got to make sure that we have the right equipment while going out on the highway. So this right here says let me see if you can see it. There's a Type 1 Class C. All right. Like I said, not hardly no impact, hitting my head up against fixed walls, really doesn't protect me from that hit, right? So whatever is going to hit me, it doesn't really protect me. So look and know what type of equipment that you're using, first of all. Make sure you have the right type of equipment. If there is no label on here, no imprint, no sticker, it went away, it's old, whatever it is, hey, we got to make sure that there's a label on there to make sure that it meets the required specifications and standards to work on the highway. All right, Class C, no go. Moving on. So, as you can see, this hard hat right here, this is a nice impact, good, ready to go. Let me make sure it meets the specifications needed. By bare minimum, it has to have a G in there for the construction, good impact, right? Usually they're on the rim, but imprint. But this one, again, it does not have that. So I'm gonna have to go back to my default and the sticker. All right, so I'll go back, look at the manufacturer's labels, and right here, let me see. You see that in there. So hopefully you can. It might be a little blurry, but this is an ANSI Class EG, meaning it's good for electrical and for construction work, right? 20,000 volts of electricity tested. Class G, 2,200 volts of electricity plus the impact, which I need protection from. Whatever's falling off on my head, whatever's flying at me, I got to be fully protected, right? So this is a Class EG. So this can come into contact 20,000 volts of electricity. Don't recommend it. Stay away. 10 feet away from power lines, guys. All right. So, and then Class G. So the EG, so now the G is made for that good, sturdy impact, full protection, my last line of defense, because the administrative policies and the engineering controls couldn't protect me, right? So here we go. Class G, bare minimum. Now, head, what's next? My eyes. My eyes. I don't want to be walking around like one-eyed Willie because something came flying in the air and hit me in the eye and now I'm blinded, right? So, hey, got to protect myself, full go. So I got a couple different glasses here, but the main thing that we need to make sure is that all safety glasses meet the ANSI Z87.1 specifications, right? There's different testing for these. The ANSI is American National Standard Institute, so they rate these safety gear that we're out there wearing while we're working. For safety glasses, they do 2 different tests for the ANSI 87 Plus. Right, so there's the high MOS test, which they take a 500-gram pointed object weight and drop it from about a little bit more than 4 feet down, and drop it on there, making sure that the glances don't break, right? And then there's also a high velocity test where they take this steel ball and they shoot it at a certain rate. So for safety glasses, the Z87 safety glasses, they shoot it at 100, the steel ball, 102 miles an hour from about 20 feet from all different directions, right? They do it over and over from all different directions. And then for safety goggles, they do that from at the same feet away, but at 170 miles per hour, right? So pretty fast steel ball. So these glasses could take the hit, right? They want to make sure that they're rated so that you know that they could take the hit and you can be fully protected. So the main thing is, again, check the labels. Whatever you give me, I have to inspect it. First of all, I need to inspect it for deficiencies, right? And if it's defective, toss it, trash it, put it in the can, right? Now, I got to make sure it meets the specs, right? So make sure it meets the mandatory specs. So on the highway, bare minimum, Class G hard hat, safety glasses or safety goggles, ANSI Z87 Plus, all right? So how do you know? Well, they mark it, okay? Every safety glasses that meet the specifications should be marked. And if they're not, supervisors, whatever you are, managers, employers, do not let the people wear safety glasses that do not have the ANSI Z87 markings, because you don't know if they're fully rated. You don't know if they're tested at that high velocity test with those steel balls at 102 miles an hour hitting the glasses, right? Making sure they don't shatter in your eye so you don't be blinded, right? You don't want to be that guy right here having to wear a patch on the eye because you didn't wear your safety glasses or you didn't inspect and have the wrong ones. So let's make sure we're good to go. So I got 3 different pairs here. So I'm going to show you where the markings are in these 3 different pairs. So right here on this side, we have Z87 Plus. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's an imprint right here. It says ZA7 Plus. That gives me the mark of approval. I can wear them while working on the highway. Now, I have this other glasses. So these ones are imprint. So the other one was imprinted on there. Now this is like a marking on there. So white little marking on there. So this one is probably easier to see. Right there, that says ZA7 Plus. So I'm not sure if you guys can see that or not. Let me move it away. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But hey, these have the mark of approval, right? Now I go right here. These safety glasses. Hey, there's all different types of safety glasses. You got to make sure you have the right ones for the right job. But the main thing is make sure that they meet that ZA7 Plus standard. Okay, so right here we have an imprint. Let me see right here. It says ZA7 Plus. ZA7 Plus. Plus in the inside, it has the imprint just in case something goes wrong and I want to look. Right inside here, you can't see it, but there's a ZA7 Plus in there as well. So all three of these glasses meet the mark of approval for ANSI standards for safety glasses. Bam! Make sure you have the right safety glasses. If they don't have the mark of approval, put them in the can, get one from your employer. Employers make sure employee-owned safety glasses, they meet the minimum standards to working on the highway. All right, now head, eyes, let's go to our shoulders and torso, all right? So let's flash it up. Let's look good. Let me get my vest on. Yeah, I got my class 2, my ANSI class 2 high visibility safety vest, right? So this thing ain't gonna stop no fires, no impacts, no nothing. But what it is gonna do, it's gonna give this little reflection from the sun on my reflective stripes, and it's gonna glimmer into the operator's eyes, in the driver's eyes, whatever it is, it's gonna make me noticeable, all right? It's gonna make me noticeable. If these reflector stripes are dull and worn out, replace it. We wanna make sure that little glimmer sparkles in the eye of the operator so they can spot us and see us. Now, also the high visibility colors will help us help you be noticeable too. As I said, this is a class 2. As you see, you got the stripe down, the stripe around. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Mandatory on the highway. Got to wear them on the highway. You see, is it open? No, I cannot wear it like this, going around thinking I'm Joe Cool. Bam, doing my thing, doing my construction. Now my reflector stripe is not fully visible, right? And it's loose. It could get caught up in my equipment, whatever it is. Give me a caught in between. Don't want that. So wear your PPEs correctly. So mine is a zipper. Sometimes you recommend it, sometimes not, depending on your operation, really. Bam, get that up. Now I'm good to go. All right, so, but if it's rainy situation, foggy situation, night operations, class 2 don't meet the standards needed, all right? So I got to upgrade. Take it up a notch to class 3. I'm just going to throw it on over this so I don't have to take it off. So the difference is, you tell me, can you spot the difference from a class 2 to a class 3? Let me adjust that real quick. Bam. Now you'll be able to see. It's kind of loose on me. It's for a big boy, but I'm losing weight, getting some PT in, right? But I got the 1, I got the 2, and I got the 3, all right? I got the type 3 right here. So class 2 stripes, class 3, I got the 3 stripes, 1, 2, and on the shoulder arm, class 3. Now, class 3 is needed in rain, night operations, and situations where you're not really visible, right? Especially the rain and night operations, right? So mandatory on the highway. Those are the PPEs necessary while working on the highway. Now, in different programs, I'm going to talk about, the Back to Work program, which I'm the statewide coordinator for. We have to wear certain PPEs, right? So the class G, bare minimum class 2 safety, high visibility vest, got the ZA7 glasses, and then we have to wear puncture resistant gloves, all right? Because we want to keep your hands fully protected. Now, there isn't a needed rating that we need to wear on the highway, but it just has to have a puncture resistant rating. I would recommend a type 2, a class 2 ANSI puncture resistant rating for material handling and light construction while on the highway. These are the highest ratings, so these are fully protected. I highly recommend these, but the only problem is they're hardly breathable for your hands, right? So you start sweating and these guys will stink up. You got to wash them down. They'll get worn out pretty quick, but it's full protection. So I got, as you can see right here, has the ANSI class 5 cut resistant and the ANSI class 5 puncture resistant. So highest cut and puncture resistant standard met right here in these T-Rex gloves that I wear. But as again, they are hardly breathable. They're pretty expensive, pricey, and so we got to make sure that we wear the right gloves. Bare minimum, I would say a ANSI type 2, class 2 puncture resistant. But if you can, get these nice gloves right here. Full protection from cut, full protection from the puncture, and it meets the needed specifications. Bam, so I got my gloves, I'm gonna put my hard hat on, get ready to go. Bam, I'm right there. Oh, let's get these safety glasses on. Make sure I'm fully protected. Now, before we get on the site, I need to make sure I'm locked, cocked, and ready to rock. I need to be out. I don't get out of the van. I don't get out of the work truck. I don't get onto the highway without my bare minimums on. All right, back to work program, we got to have what you see right here on. Okay, nice bare minimum class G hard hat. Safety glasses that meet the ANSI 87.1 specifications, class 2 ANSI high visibility vest, puncture resistant gloves. On the highway, depending on the work, you may need gloves or you may not, but in the back to work program, we do. So when I'm getting out of my work truck, I don't want to be getting out of my work truck like this and just getting my stuff on casually, because that means I'm not prepared. That means I'm putting myself in jeopardy for anything and everything to come and damage me and hurt me, right? So I need to make sure that I'm locked, cocked, ready to rock before I get on and step foot on the highway. So when I'm in my work truck, when I'm in my van, whatever it is, the transportation mode out there on the highway, get your hard hat on, safety glasses, vest, and your gloves, be ready to roll. It's a dangerous situation out there on the highway. You want to keep yourself fully protected. And that's about it. So it was a short video today. Hopefully you guys learned something. Remember, do proper inspections of your PPEs. Make sure if they are damaged, defective, get them out of circulation. Get a new one from your employer. Employers must provide all PPE, most PPEs, right? The majority, so they can keep you safe. And remember, it's the last line of defense. First of all, try to engineer it out. Supervisors, engineer that, make a change, right? Second, administrative policies, create a standard operation policies. And third, your last resort, personal protective equipment. All right, that's all I got for today. Sergeant Safety out.